Hey y'all, it's Natalie, and today I am using the Sunshiny Day page kit by Not Just Our Boys Kit Club to scrap these pool photos of my son. I am looking at this tag sheet and I want to cut apart some tags and do a fun grid style design. So I grabbed some white cardstock from my stash because I like the textured kind when I'm going to be using like plain white cardstock for the background. And I had considered maybe keeping the photos together, but since I decided to do the grid design with the tags, I decided to separate them. So now I'm going to just fussy cut the tags out. They're on either side. The back side of this has kind of like plainer versions of the tags. But I definitely wanted to use the one that said float away since he was playing in the pool. This was on a lunch break the other day. His brother's at camp and he's home alone, and not alone, but like with me while I'm working. And so on my lunch break, I was like, let's go get 30 minutes in the pool. And he was so excited. So my husband has been working hard to build a really fun little deck around our little pool, and we're enjoying it a lot. So I'm just kind of going through and picking out which tags I want to use. I'm going to cover up the lemonade in that one, and I like it that it says this hits the spot because it was feeling good that day to get in the pool. And there's a pool in the ephemera kit, that pack that comes in the kit. This is the Retro Summer Collection by Simple Stories. So I pulled the pool out to fill in the 6th grid spot instead of doing a tag. So I'm going to rough up the edges of all the tags super hard, make them very textured. And so I wasn't super careful about how I cut them out because I knew that I was going to do that. And so you won't be able to see if they overlap a little bit or weren't perfectly cut. So I backed all of those little photos with some white cardstock, and now I'm going to determine where all of the tags belong on the page. And so I did have a little struggle with this because I didn't want all of the pictures to be next to each other, and I didn't want all of the greenish blue tags to touch either. So you'll see me change this up and play around with it a lot. What am I doing now? Let's see. Playing around with it, changing it up. So I decided to pick a title as the next step before I decide exactly where everything's going to go. So these came from the Sunshiny Days Essentials Kit, which I do believe is sold out. I'm sorry. But if you got it, here's some inspo to use it. They might still have the foam stickers in the store, though. I'm not sure about that. But I decided to go with the word that says "so cool" of the foam stickers. I love Simple Stories foam stickers. They're great. And I like to use the pre-made titles and like combine them with other words. So that's what I was doing there. I was looking in the ephemera pack to see if there was another word that I would like to combine with the word "so cool" or the phrase "so cool" for my title, but there wasn't. So I'm still playing around with it, and I decided, it's off balance. I want the smaller portions to be at the top. So I want the 3 tags to be along the bottom and the 2 tags to be at the top. I don't know why. For me, that was just like a balance thing. So that's why I switched that up. I'm going to play around with this a lot. So what are we doing next? I want to put a little bit of something on the background. So in a sec, look, I'm trying to flip a tag over. So I decided to flip over that tag. I can cover up the words on that tag as well with the photo. So I do flip that over to add more color, less blue-green to the page. And now I'm going to grab a pencil and I'm going to just trace around the insides of the tag so that I know about where they sit on the page so that I can use that fun little stencil there, which came in a prior Not Just for Boys Kit Club kit. I think it came in the Limitless kit. That was their first Limitless kit in August, I think is when it was. But it's a fun little retro star, so I thought it would go really good with these papers. So I'm just kind of tracing around so that I know where to add the color, because I only want color to peek ever so slightly around the inside or from the inside of the tags. So I'm running the Sponge Sugar Pink Distress Oxide through the stencil just randomly, and then I'll go back through and add just like regular blobs of color without the stencil to kind of blend it all together. It's hard to see. We can see it a little better here, but The color is really light, but it just adds a little bit of color to the background paper without taking anything away from all the busy tags that I have going on. Now we're gonna mess around with where the tags sit again because I didn't keep good track of where they all live. But there, that's what I'm doing there. So I just have a little ink left on my brush. So I'm just rubbing it over, softening up where the ink blending meets the stenciling. And now I've got my hole punch. I'm going to put a hole in all the tags so that I can use the twine that comes in the Sunshiny Day kit to add to the tags. I've already used some of the twine though, so it wasn't enough to fill out all 5 of my tags, but never fear, because Not Just for Boys Kit Club has awesome packaging that they intend for you to reuse and repurpose. So I had other yellow twine that came from the packaging of the kit, which I am using to top the other 2 tags, which is fabulous. All their cards, you can see that one laying over there on the left. That was just the packaging from, I don't know. Oh, from the twine. You can reuse that little grid design, or on the back side, it has a tag that you could also fussy cut out and use on your layout. So I've stuck adhesive to the back of all my tags, and now I'm just going to stick them down onto the pre-made little like areas that I knew where they're gonna live, and you'll see me wiggle them around, move them around so that they're, I don't know, visually pleasing. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest with you. I didn't want the 2 white tags next to each other. I didn't want the 2 blue-green tags next to each other. I think we've almost got it here. And a lot of times I would pop these up on foam tape, but I knew that I was going to use foam to pop up the ephemera pieces and everything, so I didn't pop up my tags on foam tape. Oh, I didn't want all the photos next to each other. And the way that I had those tags, all the photos were going to be in a row on the bottom. I didn't want that, so that's why I moved them again. It would have helped if I just like numbered them or something, right? So I think this is how we want it. It's looking cute, looking good. So I'm going to commit to sticking down the ephemera with the title. I'm going to rotate that pull because I realize I can actually overlap the title a little better and still see both the floats if I rotate it. And it kind of, you know, mimics the tags a little bit in the way that the rectangle is formed. Oh, I decided to add a little bit of splatter over my ink blending. So I make my Distress Oxide into watercolor and then use a very tiny paintbrush to add splatter just around all the tags. And some of the splatters get on the tags, which is a nice effect as well. I like it. And a lot of times I do add Nuvo adhesive to basically like everything that I stick down onto a page, but those foam stickers from Simple Stories don't require it. They are so sticky and they're not coming off of anything. So that's why I do cut them out of the packaging. They still have the packaging on the back because you need to be ready. When you're ready to commit, like there's no moving those around. So just an FYI there. So I'm loving how this is coming together. I'm just gonna go into the ephemera pack, Retro Summer, and pull out a few more pieces to add to embellish the tags and the photos. And I will pop those up on foam tape. So the next page that I make with this kit is gonna have to be a lot more than green because a lot of the ephemera pieces I have left are green and I don't want to combine the green ephemera with green papers and have too much green on the page, although I do love green. It's my favorite color. So since I had the lemonade down on the left, I decided to use the pink lemonade up there on the right, and so I think I have all the bits that I like, and so I'm just cutting my foam tape to be in the necessary shapes to uphold all of these ephemera pieces. And it will kind of bring them up to match the foam title there. So the last step of this page is going to be using the Sunshiny Day sequins that you can buy separately from the kit and to embellish, and they match everything. And then they also have these really cute little flamingos. So I'll add a couple of those that you can see in the end photos. You can check out the blog today. I'll link that down below. But all of the still shots are over there. And yeah, you can also grab your own bottle of Nuvo adhesive, which is perfect to add the sequins, and they won't fall off in your page protectors. They're fabulous. So check this out over on the Not Just for Boys Kit Club blog. The Sunshiny Day page kit is still in stock the last time I checked, which was yesterday. So grab it before it's gone because they do sell out quite often, and it's fabulous. So great for all those summer fun pictures, and it goes so far. You can get so many pages out of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.